Thank you for choosing my video. Let's discover top 10 most dangerous jobs in the world, ranked by fatality rate. 10. Miscellaneous agricultural workers. Contrary to popular belief, agriculture is one of the most dangerous industries in the world. Miscellaneous agricultural workers are responsible for cultivating crops, raising livestock, and maintaining farm equipment and facilities. The nature of their work is physically demanding and often involves long hours, particularly during peak seasons. This occupation comes with significant risks, including exposure to dangerous machinery, chemicals like pesticides, and harsh weather. The unpredictability of farm work, along with the presence of large animals and heavy equipment, adds to the daily hazards workers face. Fatal injury rate: 20.0 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: tractor overturns, falls from heights, being struck by farm machinery, animal-related injuries. 9. Underground mining machine operators. Underground mining machine operators run equipment that extracts minerals from beneath the Earth's surface. They work in confined, dark spaces far below ground, using machinery like drills and conveyor belts. The environment is physically demanding, with limited space and visibility. This job is among the most dangerous jobs in the world due to risks like cave-ins, equipment failures, and toxic gas exposure. The hazardous conditions make safety measures essential for survival. Despite advancements in technology, the dangers remain high in these underground environments. Fatal injury rate: 20 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: cave-ins, machinery accidents, exposure to toxic gases, falls. 8. Structural iron and steel workers. Iron and steel workers are yet again proven to have one of the deadliest jobs in the world. They are responsible for building and installing structural frameworks made of steel or iron. They work in a variety of settings, including construction sites, manufacturing plants, and industrial facilities. Iron and steel workers may assemble and install steel beams, reinforce concrete with rebar, and weld metal components to create strong, sturdy structures. Iron and steel workers face a range of hazards on the job due to the risks associated with working at great heights and handling large, heavy materials. They may also be at risk of developing musculoskeletal disorders from performing repetitive motions or working in awkward positions. Fatal injury rate: 21 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: falls from heights, being struck by falling objects, equipment malfunctions, structural collapses. 7. Refuse and recyclable material collectors. Refuse and recyclable material collectors are responsible for picking up and transporting garbage and recyclables from homes, businesses, and public areas. Their job requires operating trucks and handling heavy bins or containers, often in harsh weather conditions or hazardous environments. This role is physically demanding and requires attention to safety when working with heavy equipment and on busy streets. Workers face risks such as being struck by passing vehicles, accidents involving heavy machinery, and injuries from handling sharp or hazardous materials. Despite the risks, it is also considered one of the dangerous jobs that pay well in some regions, due to the essential nature of the work. Fatal injury rate: 22 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: being struck by vehicles, machinery accidents, falls from trucks, handling hazardous or sharp materials. 6. Driver/sales workers and truck drivers. Delivery and truck drivers transport goods, materials, and sometimes passengers over long distances. Truck drivers often spend days or weeks on the road, delivering products across states or even countries, while driver/sales workers handle shorter routes, typically delivering goods to customers or businesses. Both roles require navigating various road conditions, including congested traffic, highways, and sometimes poorly maintained roads. These driving jobs are among the dangerous jobs that pay well, especially for long-haul truck drivers who face risks from road accidents, driver fatigue, and adverse weather conditions. Fatal injury rate: 30 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: vehicle crashes, fatigue-related accidents, weather-related road hazards, improper loading of cargo. 5. Aircraft pilots and flight engineers. Aircraft pilots and flight engineers are responsible for operating and navigating airplanes, helicopters, and other aircraft. Pilots manage the controls, communication, and navigation systems, while flight engineers oversee mechanical operations. These professionals often work long hours, including night shifts, and face the challenge of flying in unpredictable weather conditions. This profession is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world due to risks such as mechanical failures, severe weather, and the potential for crashes. Fatigue from extended flights and the mental strain of managing complex systems can also contribute to accidents. Fatal injury rate: 35 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: aircraft crashes, in-flight medical emergencies, exposure to hazardous chemicals and gases, collision with other aircraft, pilot error, mechanical failure of aircraft parts, weather-related incidents, terrorism and hijacking. 4. Helpers, construction trades. Construction helpers assist skilled workers by preparing job sites, transporting materials, and operating tools. Their responsibilities vary based on the trade they are supporting. Despite handling less specialized tasks, they are often exposed to the same dangers as more experienced workers. This occupation is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world because of frequent exposure to these hazards. Long hours, physically strenuous work, and unpredictable conditions further contribute to the danger helpers face daily. Fatal injury rate: 38.5 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: falls from heights, being struck by falling objects, machinery-related accidents, exposure to hazardous materials. 3. Fishing and hunting workers. Fishing and hunting workers catch and trap wild animals for food, fur, and other products. They operate in various environments, from deep-sea fishing vessels to remote hunting grounds, often battling extreme weather. Handling heavy machinery like fishing nets and traps makes this one of the deadliest jobs in the world. These workers face multiple dangers, including rough seas, dangerous wildlife, and long hours far from medical help. The isolation and unpredictable conditions make fishing and hunting among the most dangerous jobs in the world. Drowning, equipment accidents, and hypothermia are common threats, especially in cold, wet environments. Fatal injury rate: 50.9 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: drowning, equipment-related accidents, being struck by fishing gear or machinery, exposure to extreme weather, hypothermia, animal attacks. 2. Roofers. Roofers are construction workers who specialize in repairing and installing roofs on residential and commercial buildings. They work with various materials like shingles, metal, and asphalt to create a waterproof and weather-resistant layer. Roofing is considered one of the most dangerous jobs in the world due to the nature of the work and the risks involved. Roofers often work at significant heights for long periods, making the job both physically demanding and risky. They are regularly exposed to the elements, from scorching heat to heavy rain, which increases the danger. Heavy lifting and the use of sharp tools further contribute to roofing being one of the deadliest jobs in the world. Fatal injury rate: 57 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: falls from heights, electrocution from overhead power lines, heat exhaustion and dehydration, musculoskeletal injuries from repetitive motions and heavy lifting, exposure to hazardous chemicals and materials, eye injuries from flying debris and dust, burns from hot tar and other roofing materials. 1. Logging workers. Logging workers are responsible for cutting down trees and transporting the logs to sawmills or other wood processing facilities. They operate heavy machinery and equipment, such as chainsaws, harvesters, and skidders. They also work in dangerous outdoor environments, often in remote locations. Logging is one of the deadliest jobs in the world due to the risk of accidents involving heavy machinery and rough terrain. Workers are also exposed to extreme weather, insect bites, and potential encounters with wildlife, adding to the overall danger. Fatal injury rate: 100 per 100,000 workers. Most common causes of injury or death: struck by a falling object, caught in or between machinery or equipment, transportation accidents. Please don't forget to subscribe or like the video. Thank you.